I didn't hit the button fast enough. I'm out. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a Game 4 on our hands. I couldn't have been more wrong about my prediction with Sumail going ham. In fact, the very opposite happened. That might be one of the worst games I've seen him play in terms of recovery. That was
became
brutal.
the ham.
Yeah, he was the
roasted.
He was the turkey.
He looked real. He looked real tilted.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. That might be the worst Aghanims upgrade. When we talk about this kind of stuff, I forget about that one.
No. I mean, I don't know, man. That seems pretty bad to me.
It seemed pretty useless.
No. You know, I've actually been. This is gonna sound really nerdy.
Oh God.
There's this meme. I don't know if it's a meme, but it's something I always bring up in my casts where you guys have probably heard it where I say this is top 10 ags in the game. Except I've said that for like 30 ags upgrades. So I figured, why not make a ranking of all the ags? So I've done that like a preliminary list. I'm gonna be posting someday. And the bottom, if you want to know.
Yeah,
yes,
tell me.
Please.
It's a very close call between Gyro and OD as the worst ags in the game.
Hey, that side gunner won a game.
Yeah, dude.
Back in the day.
I mean, technically anything can win. You can win. Storm Ags.
I mean, the OD
not
won a game
that
too,
bad.
right?
I mean, it's pretty situational. It's not something you want to buy normally on
When
Storm.
would you
but
ever get it? It's like the Bristleback Ags. It's a good Aghanims upgrade kind of in concept, but he needs so many other items that there isn't really a great timing to fit it in a lot of games. It's the same thing with Storm.
No, this is like an Alchemist Ags, right? That's the classification for Ags that are not great because you typically don't want to build it on the hero.
So that's a tier, Alchemist Ags, where it's like.
But isn't OD's worse? Like, it isn't because OD's is so bad that sometimes you actually don't want the Alchemist to get
the
it.
reason,
You know,
the reason
it's like that's
have,
how bad it is.
Yeah, okay.
The reason I have OD's ult at the bottom of the bottom, even though the players on my team are like Gyros is the worst, I'm like, dude, they actually, you know how bad Ags on OD is? They actually forgot to change how it works.
Yeah.
When they changed that the way Astro and Prism work, it's by far the worst.
Yeah,
okay.
that one's
No,
worse.
I will take that.
It used to be
right.
good. It used to be.
I
Pretty
will
good.
say it did win that game though, right? He bought the Aghanims, he astraled them all, and they took the throne.
Yeah, but so many other games could be won off of an Ags being given to a gyrocopter late game. Like you'll always take that 100% of the time. Only like 5% of the time will you take that.
I suppose if we're going for the.
All right, if you want the
Alpha
wait, what hero are we talking about again? Oh my God. Okay,
Storm.
There's 89 Ags, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Wraith King, I have as 84.
But we're going with your numbers here.
84
We're not
out of
going to fact
89.
check you, just so you know.
Yeah. This is my own arbitrary ranking.
I trust
What
you.
hero were we just talking about?
Storm.
OD.
And then
I-
Gyro,
Storm,
OD.
Storm. I'm like an Ags maniac, man.
Okay, this is your
Storm.
specialty. Good.
So you and Slacks. Actually.
Storm is actually 51.
What? Storm
And
is
it's
51.
It's based mostly on potential, not necessarily how good it is.
What kind
Like,
of a
how good it is to
retarded
build and
system
whatnot.
is this? So it's based
It's
on the
not-
best case scenario. That's how you rank them?
No. Everything's taken into account. This is just preliminary ranking, so it's not. I haven't fine-tuned this yet.
There are 30
Ooh.
Ags worse than Storm Spirit. Name 5.
This is
Macro
exciting.
Pyre, Skywrath Mage, Wraith King, Leshrac, Zeus, Tusk, Gyro, OD. There's a quick 10 for you. Bristleback, Axe, Wyvern.
I
Those are
think
shit tier.
At
Come on.
least half of those are better
What?
than
Half of
fucking
those?
Storm.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Maybe.
Than Storms?
Yeah.
I think there are definitely some. I don't think it should be that high in my opinion, but I do think that it's better than we
again,
anticipate.
I haven't. This is literally the first rendition. It's a rough draft.
Okay, all right. I can
really-
appreciate
we
that.
honestly
You
have-
saying Storm is one of the worst? There's no way.
Okay.
It's
Well, when you put it in context like
situationally
this,
good.
I didn't realize that you were actually going like full D&D, like 1985 on this shit.
Here's
so
what
like
you
that. I
gotta
mean, that's
do.
cool. I'm proud of you, and I'm just gonna back away and then reassess.
You have to try every axe in the game with every hero, like 3 times per hero. I think that's how you have to rank this.
Yes,
you have
Shannon.
you have to go in and you got to really get down and do the dirty
You need
work,
to
Shannon.
play.
Nah,
What is that?
that's too much
500
work.
matches?
That's a lot of matches.
That's
That's
you.
too much work. That's too much work, man. I mean, some
That
of these
one's
sounds
ags,
trust
awesome.
your
like,
ranking then.
some of these ags are just pure potential because you literally almost never see them, right?
All right, what
Like-
number is Oracle? I'm curious.
Oracle is 65.
This is like finding someone's diary.
65.
I feel like
Oracle's
I'm
is
learning so much
definitely
about
better
you.
than Storm Spirits.
Why would an Oracle get eggs though?
Right.
No, we're
So
talking about
here's the
potential.
thing. Like Oracle, yeah, it's not. I don't think it's like just because it's 65 doesn't mean it's bad. There's a lot of really good ags in the game. You have to keep that in mind.
What's number
Oracle's
one?
is definitely more consistent than Storm, but Storm's is game breaking if you get the correct. Like, it's literally a mini black hole, you know. And if you're that far to get a freaking Ags, which in this case would be an alchemist giving the Ags, it's pretty damn good.
Before we wrap up this Ags conversation, what are the top 5? I'm curious what you're actually like.
I don't want to give away this list, man.
Dude, this was content.
Give us one of the top 5.
Right, yeah, give me a couple. Give me top 2 or something.
All right, I'll give you top 3.
Okay.
So number 3 is Night Stalker.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2, which is like considered a normal Ags, which you'll understand when I finish this, is easily the best Ags in the game. But it's number 2 is Nyx Assassin. It's godlike. And then I don't think there's any discussion about number 1. It should be Alchemist. Not even close. 100%.
Should be AA.
No.
I think Ancient Apparition is.
This is where we get kind of. This is where it gets confusing.
This is where they split the timeline in X-Men and just reset.
I think this is one of the few things that I don't see what the argument could be against it. Alchemist, in theory, is the best Ags in the game. You can give everybody Ags. How is that not good? And
I kind of agree with you, but I feel like
but it doesn't apply until like 40 minutes in or whatever.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, I mean,
compared to something like,
how many games does Alchemist give Ags to players?
I will say you are technically correct in that. I think like
I feel like making that your number 1 is kind of like saying that Meta Knight is your best hero in that retarded version of Smash. You know, you're just like you're playing the meta, literally.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know that. I don't know.
Okay, where's Ancient Apparition? Out of curiosity.
Ancient Apparition is
argue that analogy. But
great bait. What?
You baited me.
Man, I'm just gonna give away my whole list there.
Yeah, give me a number.
30.
Oh my God, this list is dead to me. This is useless.
AA is 34.
No,
it's a really good. I mean, you're saying that. Here, let's list a couple of heroes. Okay, I'm not saying Ancient. That's a good Ags. 34 is really fucking good. You're saying that's better than Treant Protector? It's better than Tiny? It's better than Rubik Invoker? There's no way. Those are godly Ags.
Dude, it makes AA a hero. Look how much it changes his ultimate. It gives you 7 extra seconds on the Ice Blast.
I'm kind of with
like
Shannon.
It's
good.
That's no more healing.
I'm kind of Shannon.
I don't, Trent. As much as I like, really want to tell Shannon to fuck off here, I think he's right. He's done all of those are so good.
He's done his research.
I've done my research.
I respectfully disagree.
But that's only a couple. I think all of those are better than AA. There's still like 25 more heroes that he listed better than that. I think 33 or whatever is a stretch.
33.
I don't think Ags
I think is better. You guys will be surprised when you see. I'm not saying I'm right about everything, obviously, because everything is subjective.
That's 100% what
when
you're
you look at I was surprised when I made this list because I thought AA was gonna be higher as well, just based on just random numbers. But when you see all these heroes, there's a lot of good Ags in the game. It's pretty incredible. Which you couldn't say like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, there was like 10 good Ags, maybe 15.
Where do you have Tidehunter? Better be.
He's low. He's
better be low.
He's like
Tide is less 62.
Yeah.
There we go. That sounds right. That sounds fine.
Okay. Dank Tidehunter ranking.
That's how we know that this is.
Right now, I have 10 tiers. Okay.
Okay.
They're not evenly distributed as far as like number 1 is its own tier. Number 2 is its own tier. That's how good I think they are.
Okay.
But
did you
like
factor
some of these
in
tiers, like
effectiveness
there's
and overthrow?
Like the 6th tier is 33 through 54. So those are kind of interchangeable to some degree.
This is excellent.
I
want to stop spoiling this list.
I need to see this
so
list,
good.
honestly. And then we can talk about it on the next What the Duck or something.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to make a video. It's already spent too much time just dabbling with this thing.
Dude, if this could be half of a What the Duck episode, you know how triggered Purge would be by reading this thing? It doesn't matter what you rank. He's going to disagree with
I think everybody would be triggered by some of them, too.
Yeah, dude. This is like a free
episode. It's a very opinionated thing, what Ags are good, right? Like, for example, the one that's very difficult for me to rate, which I have in top 5 right now, I don't know if that's the case, because I haven't really, again, it's a rough draft, is Earth Spirit. I'm pretty sure it's broken, but is it top 5? I'm not sure.
Definitely not.
I think it might be.
Since they changed it a little bit, I don't.
And then, of course, the bias comes into play with any list that one person creates.
Well, how do you factor in like a Meepo Ags?
Yeah,
I mean, you have to get Ags on Meepo to essentially.
Or what about Visage?
Be a good hero, not a good hero.
That used to be good. Now is it really that good? I don't.
Yeah, that was a hard one to do.
I think a Meepo and Visage Ags are both like top 20 kind of thing, perhaps. I would say.
This is what I used to do, Mont, in casting. I used to say that's a top 10 ad. Now that I've made a list and actually visualized it, I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about back then. That's what I've learned in my life.
So you're telling me I have to go through and make my own list?
Like I'm just telling you, if you look at a list, it doesn't necessarily have to be mine. you just look at a list like of very brief descriptions of all the ags and you just make a general ranking, you'd be surprised how many ags are better or worse than you originally thought.
Okay.
Based on just comparing it to other ags.
No,
in the game.
there's a good like allegory here about doing homework and learning and shit. This is great, man.
Yeah. I don't
Well
know.
done, Shannon. Hey, guys, we've got
That was
wrap.
perfect.
Guys,
Yeah.
perfect. All right, so we'll talk about Game 4
Jesus.
in Game 4. Yeah, that sounds good.
Tell me when the webcams are off so I can turn off this light. Jeez.